Welcome back to SHINRAX TV. Today, we're taking a quick look at Idle Fantasy, a fantasy RPG where you can collect powerful heroes, build your own squad, and take on different challenges and battles. From character progression and team building to PvP competition, Idle Fantasy offers a variety of ways to develop your team and test your strategy. In today's video, let's take a closer look at game. So, what exactly are Mythic Gods? In Idle Fantasy, heroes are the foundation of your team. Each character has their own stats, abilities, and combat role. Some heroes specialize in dealing damage, while others focus on defense, healing, support, or controlling the battlefield. This means that collecting powerful heroes is only the first step. Understanding how each hero works is what allows you to build a truly effective team. When selecting a mythic god, you can inspect the character's detailed information. Here, you can see their level, attributes, abilities, equipment, and overall power. These details help you understand what role a hero is designed to perform. A high-damage hero might be excellent at eliminating enemies, but without enough protection, they can also become an easy target. That's why it's important to understand a hero's strengths and weaknesses before investing your resources. One of the most important parts of every mythic god is their skill set. Skills can completely change the way a hero performs in battle. Depending on the character, abilities can provide powerful attacks, area damage, healing, buffs, debuffs, or defensive effects. This is why you shouldn't judge a hero only by their power level. A character with slightly lower stats can still be extremely valuable if their abilities work well with your team. After collecting the right heroes, the next step is development. You can strengthen your mythic gods by increasing their level, improving their abilities, and equipping better gear. These upgrades become increasingly important as you face stronger opponents. However, resources are limited, so you shouldn't upgrade every hero at the same time. Instead, focus on the core characters that you actually use in your main squad. This brings us to one of the most important parts of Mythic Gods team composition. Building a strong team isn't simply about selecting 5 powerful heroes. You need to consider how their abilities work together. Your damage dealers need protection, your support heroes need to survive, and your entire formation needs to work as one team. Sometimes, replacing just one hero can completely change the outcome of a battle. The best squad isn't always the team with the highest individual power. It's the team with the best synergy. First, we'll use a team with lower combat power and see how it performs in battle. As you can see, this team has a lower overall power, so surviving against stronger opponents can be much more difficult. Now, let's switch to a stronger team with higher combat power and run the same test. The difference in power can have a major impact on the battle. A stronger team can deal more damage, survive longer, and have a much better chance of winning. But power isn't everything. Team composition and synergy can also make a huge difference. So, Mythic Gods is much more than a simple hero collection system. It's the foundation of your progression in Idle Fantasy. Collect the right heroes, understand their abilities, invest your resources wisely, and build a squad where every character has a purpose. Mastering your heroes is the first step toward mastering the battlefield. Now that we've taken a closer look at Mythic Gods and how your heroes are developed, let's move on to the next major feature, Tower Conquest. The tower is divided into 9 different floors. Each floor represents another stage of progression, and not every floor is available from the beginning. As you progress through the game and reach the required level or VIP rank, additional floors can be unlocked. This gives players another reason to continue developing their account and improving their overall progression. Each locked floor has its own unlock requirement. Depending on the floor, you may need to reach a specific account level or VIP requirement before you can enter. This means Tower Conquest isn't something that you simply rush through from the beginning. You need to progress your account first, reach the required milestone, and then gain access to the next stage of the tower. Once a floor is unlocked, you can enter the challenge and attempt to clear it. Before starting, prepare your strongest available team and make sure your heroes are properly developed. Once the battle begins, your goal is simply to defeat the enemies and successfully clear the floor. Successfully completing the floor allows you to move forward and, more importantly, gives you access to the rewards associated with that stage. One of the interesting parts of Tower Conquest is the reward system. After successfully clearing a floor, the rewards you receive are determined randomly according to the available reward rates. For example, you may receive Ant Gen, gold, depending on the result of the reward roll. This means every successful clear can give you a different reward. You may get a common resource, such as gold, or you could receive a more valuable item, such as Ant General. So the overall Tower Conquest progression is quite straightforward. First, you progress your account and reach the required level or VIP milestone. Then, a new floor becomes available. You enter the battle, defeat the enemies, clear the floor, and receive a randomized reward. As you continue developing your account, more of the 9 floors become accessible, giving you more opportunities to challenge the tower and obtain rewards. So the overall Tower Conquest progression is quite straightforward. First, you progress your account and reach the required level or VIP milestone. Then, a new floor becomes available. You enter the battle, defeat the enemies, clear the floor, and receive a randomized reward. As you continue developing your account, more of the 9 floors become accessible, giving you more opportunities to challenge the tower and obtain rewards. Now, let's take our team strategy into real competitive combat with the PvP arena. This is where you'll face other players, compete for ranking points, and try to climb higher on the arena leaderboard. Let's first take a look at the arena interface. At the top, we can see our current arena ranking and points. In this example, the account is ranked 227 with 1,000 points. We can also see the current defensive composition and its combat power, which in this case is around 785k. On the leaderboard, we can see other players competing for the top positions. The arena also features a competitive leaderboard. At the top, we can see players with thousands of ranking points and significantly higher combat power. The difference between the top players and a lower-ranked player can be huge, which shows how competitive the arena can become as players continue upgrading their teams. Your goal is not simply to win individual battles. It's to consistently perform well and climb the ranking. Another important part of arena is your defensive composition. This is the team that represents you when other players challenge your arena position. So your arena strategy has 2 sides. You need an offensive team that can defeat other players, but you also need a strong defensive lineup that can protect your ranking. This makes team composition especially important. A team that works well offensively may not always be the best defensive setup. Now, let's move on to the actual arena battle. We can use the challenge option to select an opponent and test our team against them. Before attacking, it's important to compare the opponent's team with our own. Look at their combat power, hero lineup, and formation before deciding whether this is a good matchup. Choosing the right opponent can be just as important as having a strong team. The arena also includes seasonal chest rewards. As shown here, there are multiple progress milestones, including 10, 30, 50, 70, 90, and 120 challenges. These milestones give players additional goals to work toward throughout the season. So even beyond your ranking, the arena also rewards you for actively participating and completing more challenges. After participating in Arena, there's also an Arena shop where players can exchange their available Arena resources for different items. This gives you another reason to actively participate instead of focusing only on your leaderboard position. And because Arena operates around a season, your ranking is also tied to the current competitive period. As the season approaches its end, players have a limited amount of time to improve their ranking and complete their remaining Arena objectives. So, PvP Arena combines competitive battles, ranking progression, defensive team building, seasonal challenges, and additional rewards. It's not just about having the strongest team. You also need to choose your opponents carefully, build a reliable defense, and consistently compete throughout the season. And that brings us to the end of our look at Idle Fantasy. And that's our full look at Idle Fantasy. From collecting and developing Mythic Gods to conquering the tower, building the right team, and competing in the PvP arena, there's a lot to explore and plenty of ways to develop your squad. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more gaming content from SHINRAX TV. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.